recently. And I'd like to, first of all, thank you for inviting me to come on to the BBC and discuss this issue that we've got over across the pond, as it were. Now, the Yanks definitely have a problem with their firearms. I mean, it's clear that they've got the highest number of firearm-related deaths in the entire free world, as it were. Now, I don't understand it, quite frankly, what the Yanks think they need with a gun, okay? Because you look at us, I mean, we're doing fine, yes? I mean, sure, every now and again somebody gets hacked to death, that's right. Or they get bludgeoned or perhaps choked out. I mean, there's certainly no shortage of death, you know, on the British Isles, that's for sure. However, that being said, I just think that we need to bring them into the fold via the United Nations or whatever the fuck it's going to take to get them into the fold, and we need to individually remove the firearm from the Yank. The Yank is a dangerous creature with a firearm. I mean, if you look at Chicago, for example, my God, they're gunning each other down more than they are in Syria, for the love of Christ. Now, you take the average fella walking his dog, perhaps, and let's just pick I don't know, random Virginia. How's Virginia? I always like that name because it's so close to vagina. But that's another topic, isn't it? You know, I digress, and I'm so sorry. The average bloke walking his dog in Virginia may be carrying a fucking Desert Eagle on his side. Why does he need it? I don't understand. So, as Williford always says, help me, help the Yanks, get rid of their own fucking guns and vote to bring them on board to the United Nations so that we can keep them safe. It's much better to be stabbed and bludgeoned to death than to die a quick painless death with a .44 caliber round for your cranium. Thank you.
Okay, so the topic of this video is going to be, don't think I don't notice the herpes is still on my lip, you cockbites. It's going to be, how do you deal with the liberals that talk about, they try to compare us to the other countries that don't have gun violence because they don't have gun rights. The first response, of course, is they don't have a constitution like we have. This is our constitutional right. That should be the end of the discussion. But with these goddamn Obama bots and these liberal turds, it never is the end of the discussion. So you got to go a little bit deeper. And this is just a conversation to give you some ideas on some thought that you can mess around with, come up with your own responses. Because I deal with these guys on Twitter, I deal with them on YouTube sometimes, and quite frankly, face to face, I run into it all the time. Well, what about Australia? They gave up all their guns. Yes, they did, my friend, and now they have like one of the highest home invasion rates on the face of the earth. Just look it up. But don't look it up in a liberal rag. You're going to get the wrong information. Go look up Australian crime stats on one of their own publications. And then compare them to the crime stats before they voluntarily gave up their weapons. Fucking idiots. And the right-minded Australians will tell you, they're all over the internet, they'll look right in the camera and they'll tell you, my American friends, don't make the mistake we did. All it did was take away the guns from the good guys, which we already knew was going to happen. So when you're dealing with somebody from the United Kingdom or anywhere else, and look, man, I've spent enough time in the United Kingdom to know that there's no such thing as spice in the food. No, the people are nice. Look, man, no offense to you guys. I love you, all right? But even your cops are gearing up now, and it's not because of terrorism. Look, man, just go watch the video of that poor soldier getting hacked to death. That's not an isolated incident. I can't remember the dates and times, man. I got fucking memory problems. But what about the dude that was running around in one of them small United Kingdom villages about 10 years ago, literally blowing people away with his hunting shotgun? And it took, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours before the special police that were allowed to have guns could make the journey over there and kill this sick fucker. The bottom line is this, man. If you're talking to somebody that lives in a country or refers to a country that doesn't allow their citizens to carry weapons, it's a non-comparison. You can't. There's no way to fucking argue it that's going to convince them. Because here's the reality: The United States, and now I'm talking to my English friends and everyone else, the United States was built behind a gun, all right? Well, so were a lot of the others, but the stupid fucks never entered it into their, you know, they were monarchies and shit. They didn't have the same freedoms that this country was founded on, okay? Our whole purpose for having a Second Amendment is so that we don't become like you guys, all right? Where we got some fucking old man and old lady sitting there telling us what to fucking do until the next group comes along and murders them and takes over. This country was founded behind a fucking gun, and it is built into our Constitution. If you could snap your fingers and make every fucking gun on the planet disappear, then I would be all about it. I'd be for it, 100%. But that ain't gonna happen in my lifetime. So as long as one psychotic motherfucker, and anybody in any one of these cars next to me could have a fucking body in the trunk, or be some wanted dude from fucking, you know, Nantucket, fucking running around armed to the teeth, ready to fuck. I don't know who these fucking, I don't trust people, and here's the deal. Am I paranoid? No. I've got fire extinguishers in every room of my house. Do you think I fucking sit around worrying about a fire? No. That's why I have fire extinguishers.
On right to I-95.
You understand what I'm saying? So, that's it, man. LMS Tactical, I'm out of here.